One crazy summer. Mean Lady Ming. We stood as one, looking up at her, me in the front, Vanetta and Fern by my sides. She was tall as the board shoulders, where Pa was just tall. As hungry as I was, all I could think was that they made you dance with a boy in the 6th grade. That I would never look right with a boy and I'll never look right dancing with a boy, and for that I had Cecile to thank. I spoke first. We are hungry. As usual, my sister's voice followed on top of mine. Juanita, what's for supper? Then Fern, hungry, hungry. She rubbed her belly. We made a picture. Us looking up at her and her looking down at us. In the animal kingdom, the mother bird brings back all she's gathered for the day and drops it into the open mouth of each bird, squawking to be fed. Cecile looked at us like it didn't occur to her what we would be hungry, and she had to do what mothers do, feed their youngs. I am no big ma in the chicken, but I would have opened a can of beans and fried it some franks. I could bake a chicken and boil potatoes. I would have never let my long-gun daughters travel nearly 3,000 miles without turning on a stove. She said, "What do you want from me?" "Supper," I answered. "It's past 8 o'clock. We haven't had real food since breakfast with Big Ma and Papa." I kept going. That's what I glanced at my wrist 9 hours and 12 minutes ago. Vanetta next. Airline food doesn't count. Fern asked. Surely don't. I was still looking down at us as if we are thrown in a monkey wrist into her quiet Tuesday evening. When she spoke, "Where's the money your father gave you?" I crossed my arms. There was no way she was getting our money. "That's the money for Disneyland," I told her. Go on all the rides and meet Tinkerbell. As this was the first time we heard Cecile laugh, and she laughed like a crazy mother she was turning out to be. "Is Tinkerbell going to feed you?" She was still laughing. We didn't think she was funny. She said nothing rather than talk back and get slammed. "Look," she said, "if you want to eat, hand over the money." I stared at her down something I never tried with Big Ma. Cecile didn't seem to care. She said, "Fine, I got plenty of air sandwiches here. Go on back to the room, open your mouth and catch one." The stare down ended right there. I unlaced my right tennis shoes, wiggled my foot out, and removed the month of 10 and pennies Pa gave me. Cecile didn't care that money had been baking under my foot since we left Brooklyn. She left the money unfolded and counted the bills, then shuffled them in her pants pocket, except for the $10 bill, which she held out to me. "Go around the corner to Ming's. Order a large shrimp lo mein." She counted her hands as if she didn't know how many of us she had. 4 egg rolls, and a big bottle of Pepsi. Vanetta and Fern squeal for the shrimp and Pepsi, forgetting that this was wrong. Our mother should have cooked real food to us. At the very last, baked a chicken made franks and beans. Fruit punch, I said. Big Ma didn't allow us to drink strong drinks. Cecile let out a single woof of laugh. Bonetta and Ren was too excited about having takeout to see what our mother was crazy. I said, "We have to call Pa, let him know that we arrived." They climbed in, safe and sound, on the ground. Cecile said, "Phone is next to Ming's." "You mean you don't have a phone?" Vanetta asked. Cecile said, I don't have no one to call. I don't want anyone calling me. Whenever Cecile has a phone was not my main worry. We have to go out after 8 to call Pa and get food. Are you coming with us? Ming's is a couple blocks down Mongolia, around the corner. She pointed the direction. Phone booth's right there. When we were barely out the door, she added, "And tell Ming to give you 4 plates, 4 forks, 4 napkins, and 4 paper cups. No sense dirtying dishes, and you're not coming inside my chicken." We are all looking at one another and thought the same thing. Crazy. I led the way in the direction Cecile pointed, down the walk past the slugging plum tree, and made a right turn. Bonetta and Fran, I, as usual, pinned the heel of my tennis shoes. It wasn't dark at all, but it was in high daylight either. Kids of all ages still ran around playing in the yards, riding bikes in the streets. I bet kids ran around and played out here all year long, and not only in the summer. We usually went to summer camp at the Y or drove down to Alabama to Papa's Wildcat. I came upon some kids playing freeze tag. They jumped from a lively little worms to frozen statues just as we neared their yard. We felt the smirks of gasping status on us, but not a smile welcoming their interest in us. She's scouting her new friends to be with for them the next 28 days. I let her lag to a step or two behind and wink and smile at them. You can't stop Vanetta from chasing after friends. I kept walking, Fern sticking close to me, Vanetta skipping until she caught up. One thing was for sure. These blocks might have been long like a block in Herkimer Street, but we were far from Brooklyn. I didn't know where any of these streets led, but I walked down Magnolia like I knew where I was going. I couldn't help but notice that not one yard had a palm tree, not once, or stucco. Not one house was painted that crazy green color. I was thinking this when behind us kept a rumbling against concrete, a barrel rolling, the rolling broken by